Autofeed Microcut shredder. I am a mad shredder. You ask my husband, he's like, are you shredding again? I shred everything. Everything that comes into my home that has my name on it or maybe has one of the kids' name on it. Every single one of the credit card applications, of which there's tons that come in all the time, I shred all of that. But the key with shredding is to be able to shred in such a micro cut that nothing can be recognized. Well, that's exactly what you're getting with this Autofeed. Besides, it has like 100 sheet auto feed. You can actually shred up to 12 sheets at a time. You can shred credit cards. You can even shred papers with staples. Well, today, from $149.99, we have an awesome sale price, $119.99. The 5 flex pay for Customer Appreciation Month available, and all you have to do is choose your color. We have it in green, we have it in red, black, and blue. And Miss Tara Quellhorse is going to come on in and tell us more. Good morning. How are you? Good. How are you?
So I'm great, and I'm excited to talk about this today because can you imagine going to open up your mail in the morning and getting a credit card bill saying that you owe thousands from a credit card you never opened?
Yeah.
Or picking up a phone call from your bank and having them say, hey, we have all these purchases made in a state that you don't even live, and they're purchases that you didn't even make. These aren't just stories. It's sadly realities for millions of people. In fact, in 2023, Americans reported, get this number, $10 billion lost, with identity theft being the heart at that $10 billion in fraud. So there are things that you can do. There are steps that you can take to make sure that this doesn't become a reality for you. And one of them is to update your shredder. And if you don't have a shredder, it is absolutely time to get one to protect yourself, to protect your family. Now this shredder, this is the best in the business. This comes to us from Royal. Royal is known originally for its typewriters, and then they became known for office supplies, being the top-notch office supplies that anybody sells. They've been around for over a century, so you know you're getting a really good product. And if you look at this, now you might say, okay, I have a shredder and it does just a fine job. However, there's a couple of things about this shredder that are gonna make your life so much easier. First, this will auto hold up to 12 sheets. So watch this baby go.
Wow, it's fast.
It's fast. You can see right here how it just pulverizes that paper. I mean, it just eliminates it almost.
Love that.
There's a nice little LED light in here as well so that you can see it all go through. There's a nice big window right there for you as well.
There's something about the light, right? There's a blue light and a white light.
There's a blue light in there so that you can see what's happening at all times. And if your light is off or dim, you can still see the paper going through. It's just a really nice touch. And then when you open this up, back here, now this is the Mac Daddy. This is really why I get very excited about this shredder. This is 100 sheet feed up here.
Without jamming, without doing that.
Without having to replace oil sheets.
Oh my gosh.
It is actually a pretty pleasant sound.
Because my shredder, and I have a good shredder, but I can't do continuous shredding. This, you can do continuous shredding up to, I think it's like for 30 minutes, right?
Oh yes, and it's 100 sheets. And this is going to hold so much shredded paper as well. It's something like 1,000 sheets before you actually have to dump it.
Oh, that's a good feature.
Look at this go. I mean, you just put it in here and forget it. You shred it and forget it. And then it all comes right into this bin. There isn't any taking apart that's clunky and odd.
Right.
All you do is pop it out right there. It's nice, it's easy. You dump it and you're on your way. It also comes now. This might be something more because I'm a woman, I don't know, but I loved this. When I got this in the mail, it comes fully assembled.
Yay! I'm with you on that one, Tara.
Fully assembled.
Plug it in and go.
And it has caster wheels. So you can just
I like
you
that.
want to move it, you move it. You don't have to carry it. It's completely compatible with no matter who you are.
Capacity, too. This is 4.5-gallon capacity. Because the shredder that I happen to have right now, it's like, I shred, to go downstairs, have to empty it, shred. So, I mean, I'm so getting this because I needed a larger capacity. And once you start realizing how important it is to shred so many different things, look, we're in the middle of tax season, right? Well, we sort of passed it, but not really for many of us, right? So, you know how important it is to shred anything at all that I said that has any of your name on it, any of your account numbers on it at all. It needs to be shred.
Now, not only can this shred 12 sheets at a time up here, 100 sheets auto here, something you might not be thinking about, there's a lot of information we keep on CDs. You probably have old CDs. Maybe they have pictures, but maybe they have documents on them. Make sure you download them onto your computer, and then look what this baby does right here. Look at that!
Oh my God, I love it.
Just pulverizes that CD. Credit cards, you lose a debit card, get a new one in the mail, and then you find it right before it comes in the mail. I don't know about you, but this happens to me.
All the time, all the time. Yep.
It will shred your credit card.
Yes.
Those fake credit cards you get in the mail, the ones that are like...
they look real.
They look real?
Yeah.
Did you know that scammers can grab those and actually make them real? You need to take those straight from the mail. You don't even have to take it out of the envelope with this shredder. You can just pop that envelope right in with that fake credit card in and pulverize it. It's gone. Goodbye.
Okay, amazing buy on it today. I want to mention the red, pretty much consistently for us here. It's so funny. Anything in red is always the best seller. And I think there's only 500, I believe, left in the red. So the red is definitely way out in the lead. I love that we're shipping it to you for free, that you have the opportunity to as well take advantage of 5 FlexPay payments. So gosh, it's $24 on any credit card at all to get this home. You always have a full 30-day return policy that goes right along with it, but it's regular $150. So the extra savings today, adding the 5 Flex, adding the free shipping, and then we really haven't even made it to the most important part about it. It's the micro shred. Because trust me, if you have a shredder that's still shredding like this very, very easily, all that information can still be accessed.
You might not know this, but I was talking to my mom and dad recently, and my dad was like, well, I have a shredder and it works really well. And I said, well, go and look and see what kind of paper it shreds. And sure enough, it shreds strip cut. Now this is strip cut, and with strip cut, what happens is that you can still see that password, you can still see that phone number. This is easy for hackers to get right into, no problem at all. So then we moved up to something called a cross cut. This was better. This was newer technology. But still, when you have cross cut, you can still see the phone numbers. You can still see the passwords. These are you can easily paste these together. No problem at all. Our thieves are top notch. They work at this harder than most of us work at our jobs. I mean, they are good at what they do. Now, this is what Royal has brought to us. This is what Bobby was talking about with Microcut. With Microcut, it just pulverizes it. It is completely unidentifiable. What's gonna happen here is they're gonna go right past your house. They're not even gonna try.
Yeah, why bother? I'm not going through all that garbage for that.
No, not at all.
And you know, the shipping is $16.50 on this. It would have been $16.50. So that's another huge savings today, $16.50 that we are paying, because we are paying to ship this to your home with your free shipping and handling. And you always have a full 30-day return policy. I think we have a really interesting bit of information that we're going to pop up on the screen as well. And this is key, because this is from the FTC.
Yeah, this is from the Federal Trade Commission. What they say is there are many steps consumers can take to minimize their risk of being an identity theft victim. For example, consumers should closely guard their Social Security number, which we know, and shred charge receipts, copies of credit card applications, and other sensitive documents. So this is our government. This advice is coming straight from our government. And what we're talking about today is upgrading, because here's the truth. These scammers, these people who steal your identity, they've gotten better at their job. They've gotten so much better. I looked at the numbers. In 2021, we reported about $5.6 billion. That's a lot of money in fraud, in scams. But this past year, it was 10. It's doubled.
Yeah, people are desperate right now.
People are desperate. So you have to get better at protecting yourself.
Yeah, and you're like, look, when to shred? Like after 7 years, we talk about that, because someone's like, how long do I hold on to my taxes?
Taxes? After 7 years. That's correct, Bobby. It's after 7 years. And what you're going to see here is that you don't have to worry about it pulverizing that documentation, those sensitive numbers, your address, your children's information.
Yes.
These hackers now are actually still stealing. This is a new scam, and it's very scary. They're stealing your children, your grandchildren's information, and then they're mimicking their voices with AI, and they're calling the grandparents, and they're asking for money as if they're the children.
I had a family member had that happen too. It is so absolutely horrible, and she ended up selling out a lot of money because the voice was exactly the same. I mean, that's the reality of the world that we're living in, unfortunately, that we're living in right now. You have to protect yourself. And again, you should, whether it's any receipts, I shred all of my receipts, but we talk about like credit cards that you don't have to worry about. And how many, again, like credit applications are coming into you on a daily basis with the cards. Like you said, Tara, they can take and actually make those correct credit cards. Exactly. But anything that has any of your important information on it. Look, you're getting an amazing capacity. You are getting the shredder that you want, right? So if you have the old shredder that's cutting the big long lines, it's time to get rid of it. If you have an office, holy cow, you definitely want this because of that larger capacity to be able to feed and shred. But with free shipping and handling, the 5 Flex today, red and green, I do want to mention, are definitely way out in the lead. But the capacity on this is a big deal as well, with that 4.5 gallon capacity to it. And you can see the light shows you when you're shredding. Yep, you can shred your CDs. Anything with staples, because mine, a lot of times I'll try to shred a lot of paper, and then this maybe happens, and all of a sudden you hear that, that sound. I'm like, oh, and then you can't shred for like, and then it takes like an hour or something for it to like cool down.
Right. So you'll see right here, I've actually stapled these together so that you can see it work in real time. Because that is a real concern, is that we can't shred things with staples, and then what? We're spending all of our time pulling those staples out. So this has staples right in it. Here we go. We're gonna pop it right in there. It will shred it with no problem. It's quite the impressive shredder. CD, old documents, old pictures, whatever. This might have your address on it. It might have your old address. Make sure you download anything you want onto your computer. Look at that go.
Shredded.
Credit cards, old credit cards, fake credit cards. Go right there in the middle, and it'll shred it as well. It has this little CD and credit card placement right here, so it shows you.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, do you see right there?
Yeah, right in the center.
It tells you, like, do it right here. If you pop it on either other side, it's not going to catch it. But if you do it right there, boom, it'll catch it and just absolutely pulverize it. And then you don't have to do any fancy taking it apart or needing to call anybody, because it just pops out.
Pops it right there.
You pop it out, you dump it, you're done. Or you could use it. You could use it for party, confetti, for packing.
Yeah, exactly. Why not?
Reuse it, you know, recycle.
So we have a clock that is already up on the screen. A little over 2 minutes remaining. The red is definitely still out in the lead. Green not too far behind it. But I want you to think about this. And also, think about it for your home. I mean, this should be in every single home, so it's not just for your office. Maybe you want to get one for the kids so they can have it in their dorm room. But the ability to be able to have, to be able to shred anything, right? And lots of items, and down to that incredible must-have Microcut, because that's the big difference. Enjoy the free shipping. And like I said, that's a $16.50. That's not like $5.50 to ship it. I mean, it's big. So that's all free. The 5 Flex Pay, it's today, tomorrow, as we're wrapping up our Customer Appreciation Month. So we love that you still have that 5 Flex Pay. You get it home for $24 on any credit card, and put it to the test. I mean, this is why you have a 30-day return policy. Right. Try it.
That's exactly right. And the best thing that you can do for your family is to protect them. And you mentioned this is great for the home. It's actually really beautiful, sleek. It fits easily, maybe under your desk or a side of your desk. We have one at home. We hardly notice it's there. I'll also mention that it is fun. I have an 8-year-old, and when I give him all of my, because, oh goodness, we haven't even talked about how it declutters. You know, instead of crumpling up a piece of paper and throwing it in your trash and it taking up so much of your trash, or having all those papers all over your countertop. I know you know what I'm talking about. You can just send the 8-year-old in there, and it will just shred away for you. 100 at a time.
100.
100. Like, automatic. You can put some in the front too while it's doing the ones in the back.
Oh,
same
that's
time.
Great.
CDs, credit cards, staples, this will pulverize it all. This is going to protect you from spending thousands of dollars. Did you know it costs thousands of dollars to actually get your identity back?
And it takes a long time.
Hundreds of hours.
I remember Joy Mangano went through it, and she was telling us it was like ridiculous, the amount.
Marlo went through it.
Marlo did too.
Hundreds of hours. I mean, this is an investment that's going to keep you from having to spend so much more money.
It is. Thank you, Tara.
Thank you, Bobby.
All right, so stay here. 858-516 is your number. We want to make sure you have the chance to be able to get yours, right? It's just another important must-have for everyone. But we are, okay, I have to tell you about a brand that I think if you look around our set and you're admiring some of these fabulous trees, you're like, where can I get them? Well, it's nearly natural. And what I love about this, first of all, they're good for indoors, outdoors, all different heights too, so we have a little bit of everything. Check it all out, and it's like 25% off each and every one, so definitely go to hsn.com so that you can see everything that we have to offer. We are going to take a quick break. We're coming